Starting lineup. For the visiting.
Welcome, everybody. Here are the five for the Suns. They've got Nick Richards, Bol out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Dunn in at the shooting guard position. And for San Antonio, we've got Harrison Barnes. Castle is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Victor Wembanyama, and it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. And certainly, on paper, this game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected. To win by a large margin, because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
Here's Booker. San Antonio getting their last shot to go from the stripe. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the... basket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. I asked him about the many difficulties that Kevin Durant presents to a defense, and Coach said with most guys, you can force them left or right or send help. With Kevin, he can always shoot over the top of you. Sometimes you feel helpless in that regard. Not a lot of solutions for a 7-foot sharpshooter, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 6.
Right there, Fox using his length to do damage inside.
Outside Booker. Pure from three-point range.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Barnes, no good.
I mean, I think that was their first miss of the game. They've been just rolling.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively, so I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, BA.
Even though he's just 6'3", Fox can really get up, including slamming it down in style. Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It's all about mindset out of the gate. If you're aggressive and they give you room, go ahead, let it fly.
Now here's Richards. There's the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, just a vicious slam from Castle. You know, I have a feeling we'll see a few more of those over the next few years.
Here's Dunn, coming off a 12-point game. Booker for three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Castle, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
How about Castle? He'll take any chance he gets to finish with power.
Durant with it, outguarded by Wembanyama. Durant surveying the D to stop the run. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. 5 on the clock. Durant for three. Knocks down the long J. Durant's got 5.
A nice rhythm jump shot for Kevin Durant. How many of those do you think he's taken in his lifetime?
Here's Fox. He missed there. His first misfire in 5 tries. Suns trail by 5. Grant, when you talk about De'Aaron Fox, what an exciting player.
That he is, and just now entering the prime years of his career. We've seen him make great strides the last few years, and it's scary trying to think just how much he can still improve.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
That's just a giant wingspan, a 40-inch max vertical, all in play for Barnes that time.
Outside Durant. Pass to Richards. Over Wembanyama. Richards' shot is off.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Fox left side. Yep, count it. 10 points for him.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Booker surveying the D. Inside, here's Richards. There's a screen by Bull. Over Castle. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so the San Antonio Spurs with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
They've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Barnes is out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Outside Wembanyama. Wembanyama, so comfortable inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Booker for 3. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Well, there's some unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Here's Fox. Outside for Wembanyama. Outside Barnes. Gets the 3 ball to go. Barnes has got 5 points.
Well, with that deep stroke, I like Barnes' ability to switch between the 3 and 4 spots. 2 distinct things in terms of spacing on the floor and the requirements of the jobs.
Durant, the pass to Richards. Back to Durant. Shoots over Barnes. The offensive rebound. Spurs lead by 11. Fox up top, defended by Dunn. Here's Castle. His last outing, he had 20. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
And they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to Richards. Back to Bull. Outside for Booker. Fires for three. And again, it's Phoenix from deep.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
Devin Booker is a two-guard, Doris. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean, so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a three-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
Outside Durant. Dunn outside.
2 minutes remaining.
Richards, pass to Dunn. Oh, Fox with a steal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, Kevin Durant steadily climbing up the top 10 of the all-time scoring list. He said, I've been in the league for half of my life now. It's a blessing to be playing on this platform and doing what I love to do. I just want to continue to keep putting in good work and keep adding to what I already did.
One of the greats, Allie. Thank you. Durant, no good.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Left side, Booker. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Left side, Barnes. The basket's good. Off the assist from Fox. Barnes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Obviously, Fox has good on-ball instincts. He finds a wide-open guy and quickly feeds him.
Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Booker's got 13 now.
Well, a good first quarter leads to a dynamite second period.
Fox with the ball. 10 points for him. Wembanyama. Bull grabs the board.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Durant for three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered. Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Screen by Durant. For three, Booker. And so it's San Antonio, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. All right, Allie's ready to go. Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
Two quarters of play. The Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. 8:30 Eastern time for the tip there. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Spurs.
Well, it's been a step.
That's it for us.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And Doris, some use the term stocks to add up steals and blocks. Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama's stocks are through the roof.
Well, in fact, since the turn of the century, only 5 rookies ever have averaged over 3, quote, stocks per game. Victor and Chet are both on that list. And listen, if you're a passionate NBA fan, you are so excited about these two young men. The size and the skill and the eye-popping things they're doing on a nightly basis. NBA is in good hands.
Kicking off the second half, here's Mike Budenholzer's 5. They've got Bradley Beal, Damian Lee out there with Royce O'Neal. Then there's Grayson Allen, and it's Iguodala in at the 5. Allen with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. The three-pointer off the mark.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
To the middle. Here's Bassi. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And it's good to see Vassell find the open man as he continues to evolve as a playmaker.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
They set a pick. Pass to Bassi. Back to Vassell. Here's Bassi. The 3-ball. Bradley Beal with a rebound.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
San Antonio with a rebound. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Now here's Beal. Still no points. Here's the floater. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
They set the pick. Vassell outside. Here's Bassi. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass. Bassi's got 6 points in the quarter.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
Shoots. Beal, no good. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for San Antonio. Johnson passes to Bassi. Connects from downtown. Bassi's got 9 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Three-pointer, Beal. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Vassell outside. And a nice finish on the layup. Vassell's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Now here's Beal. The D's right on him. Allen with a screen on Vassell. Outside O'Neal. They can't stop the run with that one.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
4-3. Tries again. Vassell outside. He shoots it. Nice D from Beal. Phoenix has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter.
Bradley Beal.
Here's Vassell. 41 seconds left in the third quarter. Puts it up from the high post. Jump shot is good that time. Vassell's got 4 points this quarter.
And Vassell can get that shot anytime he wants.
Beal against Vassell. Screen by O'Neal. Now Beal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Beal's got 6 points.
You know, I think this guy just loves the game of basketball. The preparation, the interaction with his teammates. He has fun out there on the floor.
Vassell passes to Bassi. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He can really read leave the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Beal from outside. Oh, did he get it off in time? He did! How about that?
Are you serious? That was incredible.
What a way to seize momentum.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. It's the Spurs opening up a huge gap. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The 4th quarter is coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Wembanyama. Then it's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4-man position. That's the San Antonio 5. Here's Castle. Bull covering. Pass to Booker. Launches a 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs a board. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. No coverage that time.
And looking to shoot as many threes as possible. This kind of confidence, impressive to see.
Outside Booker. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone now. Ooh, a misfire there. He's made 5. He's missed 5. Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. Takes a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Scouts love this from Wembanyama. A big who can hit smooth three-point shots.
Outside Booker. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
Barnes with it. Durant covering. From deep, Wembanyama. And Wembanyama missing. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Dunn right side. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Durant against Fox. From deep, Wembanyama. Gets the 3 to fall. Wembanyama's got 6 in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Booker, good.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
The Spurs have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this 4th quarter to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Durant against Fox. Pass to Barnes. Back to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from outside. Phoenix is shooting about 41%. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Extremely fortunate they didn't lose the ball there.
.144 left in the 4th quarter. And here's Booker. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Fox against Durant. Here's Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Lets it go from deep. Durant pulls it in.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Spurs.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, it was a fun matchup this year. Neither team could gain an edge. It's the kind of rivalry you want to see between conference opponents.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Boy, I think he made his presence felt in the paint more than anywhere else. This guy's rebounding numbers were outstanding. He controlled the glass.
Man, good whistle there.
Wembanyama. First personal foul. First team foul.
The free throw drops for
Shooting
Bol.
Phoenix. Bol. Taking 2 shots.
And Bol drops them both. They're enjoying a sizable lead.
And what I like, BA, they haven't stopped pressing the issue.
Wembanyama scanning the floor. There's the three. And Wembanyama missing. It's stolen by Fox. Wembanyama with it. Fox outside. Now here's Wembanyama. Fires away from way outside. Off target. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what.
Opening day, and what a great day it is. Greg, what are these players feeling as they tip off this new season?
It is always exciting to start a new season. Players are just filled with hope and optimism, especially after putting in all that offseason work.
Now, Golden State's starting five. We've got Green. Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at center. Now, here's Curry. He's tightly guarded. Over Castle. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Fox getting some room and getting up.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brett, has probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And here is Fox after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Outside for Wembanyama. Fox with the screen for Wembanyama. It's stolen by Green. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And stolen by Barnes. Here's the fast break. Wembanyama leading the way. Barnes outside. Wembanyama, a screen on Curry. They grab their own miss. The shot's good.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep keep a body on him.
Curry looking around. There's the triple. Another three for Golden State.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Nice shot by Wembanyama, no good. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Outside Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. The kick outside to Butler. Lock at 6. Green dishes to Curry. Over Castle. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Wembanyama gets the bucket.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Curry with another miss. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Timberwolves in Minnesota. GA, there is a lot to like about the game of Stephon Castle.
Size, playmaking, defensive intensity. I guess the question, is there that one thing that he can do at an elite level? That will be a crucial step if he's to become a star.
The kick outside to Butler. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Butler attacking in close. Such a gifted scorer.
Fox against Payton. Wembanyama looking it over. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
San Antonio shooting their first foul shot of the night. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
Huge advantage for Wembanyama to see over everybody.
Warriors trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Green with a screen for Butler. Pass to Green. Out of hand on it. In transition, here comes San Antonio. A 3 from Wembanyama. Warriors with the rebound. Payton finds Curry. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's San Antonio. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Spurs.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
We've got Fox. He's out there with Castle. Harrison Barnes is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4-man position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
First team foul.
Now, here's Fox. He's Wembanyama finishing the alley-oop.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Toronto. So, Greg, the Spurs last year began 15-56, but it was the ending that they're really hanging their head on. They won 7 of their last 11 games.
And over that closing stretch, Wemby averaged 27 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, and 5 blocks. A small glimpse into the potential of this young superstar.
It's stolen by Curry. Down low. And Green slams it in.
If he can get his steps together, Draymond Green will throw it down.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Draymond Green.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Castle. And Curry pulls it down. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State, trailing by 5. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. Launches it. Oh, Curry so accurate from three-point range.
Curry was such a smooth three-point shot. Are there better mechanics in the league?
Here's Fox. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Fox has got his second basket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside Curry. From downtown, Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Here's Curry with the 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Is so many years in the NBA. You would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. You get to this age, and you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Butler, pass to post. Now Curry. Rebounded by Castle.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the paint. Pass to Castle. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Barnes against Butler. Pass to post. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Post has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, people don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Here's Castle. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside Curry. Pass to post. Butler with the ball. Payton with a screen on Barnes. Butler on the attack.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
A 3 from Wembanyama. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the up.
Well, right now for the Spurs, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason, yeah, you have big.
All right, getting back to this game now, and the sensational play from Victor Wembanyama.
I like that he's not.
And that'll do it for half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Warriors trail by 9. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Trace Jackson-Davis. Moody is out there with Kuminga. Then there's Buddy Hield. And there's Podziemski in at the point guard. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the offseason in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court. Oh, Kuminga, another one of these young guys with some serious bounce.
Spurs leading by 5. Sohan with the screen. Johnson outside. Buries it from three-point range.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Hield against Johnson. Kuminga sets a screen for Hield. Outside, Kuminga. Pass to Moody. And taken away by Johnson. Pushing it up. Here's Champagnie. Finished off the break. And it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
An emerging part of his game. Johnson's becoming a better playmaker.
Three-pointer, Hield. You can't get that one.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
There's the screen. Here's Vassell. And play stops as it looks like they call over the back here.
I'm not sure what he thought he could get away with there. Pretty clear over the back.
Nothing wrong with being physical, but that's just over the top.
Here's Vassell. It's stolen.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
Pass to Moody. There's the drive, and it's blocked. 2 on the clock, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Warriors ball.
Warriors trail by 10. And again, no good by Golden State. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Hield on the double team. Here's Bassey. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And he's got his first chance at the line here. That one misses for Jackson-Davis. All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. This guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself in the situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Here's Hield following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Sohan with the ball, covered by Hield. They get it again. Bassey. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Pajemski with it, covered by Vassell. Here's Jackson Davis. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
1:10 left in the third. Vassell outside. Out left to the wing. 4 on the clock.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Here's Pajemski, covered by Vassell. Vassell against Teal. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
They get the rebound. Vassell outside. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Vassell's got the lead up to 13 now for San Antonio.
And what do you expect from Vassell? He's an accurate shooter from the perimeter.
Pass to Hield. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Bassey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. It's stolen by Kuminga. The shot comes out, and so it's San Antonio looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach.
Just picking us apart, right?
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Harrison Barnes. Castle is out there with Fox. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kalishvili in at the 4 spot. That's the San Antonio 5.
All of Castle's hard work is paying off here. He just keeps finding ways to attack.
Warriors trail by 15. Curry with it. Puts up a deep 3. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Spurs working the ball around now.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Outside Curry. Over Castle. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Stephen Curry.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall. A 6'6" Castle is a strong finisher inside.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Curry's shot is off.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet.
Wembanyama outside.
Oh, yeah. Castle can leap up to the rim. The rookie putting some power behind that finish.
Pass to post. Green kicks to Curry. There's a good screen. Good D by Barnes.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Stephen Curry.
Harrison Barnes continues to be a consummate professional. Goes out and competes every night. Gives you everything he's got.
Barnes hits them both. Warriors trail by 18. Outside Curry. Butler sets a screen for Curry. The 3. Curry with another miss.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
De'Aaron Fox, Brent, is a very special player, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, it's true. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the open court, but it's his leadership that really has come along at such an early stage. And you think about the run that he went on with the Kings just a couple of years ago. He's not settling with that. He wants more. He wants to play in the postseason, and he's capable of getting any team there.
Wembanyama passes to Fox. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. Wembanyama finds Fox. Back to Wembanyama. To the middle. Here's Castle. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 9th assist in the game now. Outside Curry. Pass to post. Out to Payton. Now Curry. There's the three. Traps in the tray. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Warriors.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And not just a win tonight, guys, but a win on the season series as well, as they finished with 3 out of 4 games against this opponent.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Victor Wembanyama.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
And it's Fox with the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. That's a 2 from Barnes. Some solid defense from Butler. Outside Curry. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The tray. Good on the triple.
Stephen Curry. 3.
23 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Pass to Mamu Kelishvili. Payton against Fox. The deep 3 from Wembanyama. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Wembanyama. He hits the second from the line. Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a Man, thanks. Let's take a look. At our starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Stephen Curry, Green out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II, and it's Post in at center, filling out the middle. And for Phoenix, they've got Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Dunn in at the 2. So many things to love about opening day. What's tops on your list, RJ?
A lot of things, really. But, man, the energy in the building. This house is rocking. These fans are so pumped up and optimistic about their team right now.
Here's Curry, following the score by Phoenix. Sinks it from distance.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Green against Durant. Three-pointer. They grab their own miss. Outside O'Neal, screen by Durant. 6 to shoot. Second shot opportunity. That shot is good by O'Neal.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Curry. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
He's a magician inside. Curry always finds a window.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats, but this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt. Drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding, but Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Outside Butler. Here's the 3. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Booker against Butler. Right side Booker. O'Neal on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. The Warriors have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor.
And in terms of wings, Butler is one of the best passers. And that starts with Jimmy's team-first mindset.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double-team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy fixing Steph. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
The thing about Booker is he rarely has an off night. He's one of the most consistent shooters in the league.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
The pull-up! The rebound by Payton.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Curry against Booker. They set the pick. And he drops it in from the low post. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Screen by O'Neal. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Butler, a screen on Booker. And the basket by Curry. 9 points in the game.
He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Booker surveying the floor. And And there it is for him.
He's been in the zone from the tip. 4 of 5 already. Sheesh.
Now here's Curry. He's got 9. The rebound by Devin Booker.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Outside O'Neal. Shot clock at 6. The Suns need to get off a shot. And Durant with the big finish.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy for him.
In transition, here come the Suns. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul.
Gary Payton.
That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Booker. Launches it from deep. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
You know, another thing that has impressed me has been their numbers of points in the paint, just dominating down there. They're just getting whatever shot they want in close.
Kevin Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's done in a shooting guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Richard, it comes as no surprise that Golden State is routinely at the top of the league for made threes.
That's how this team has been constructed. They are custom built to rain threes on you, and we've seen it be very, very effective.
Now here's Richards. No points so far. And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Booker, the pass to O'Neal. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Butler goes at the rim. The 3 from Curry sends it home from three-point land. Curry's got 12.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Here's Dunn. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Butler, a screen on Booker. Curry passes to Butler. Back to Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. Curry with another miss. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 3 to a statement dunk from Booker.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Now here's Curry. 12 points for him. Green, the pass to Curry. To the inside. For 3, O'Neal fires in the triple. And now a 5-point Suns lead. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
Now here's Curry. Curry going all the way to the rim.
What focus from Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Here's Booker, and he drives in. And Booker with the jam.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. And he goes in for the dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Now here's O'Neal. He's covered by Curry. Outside O'Neal. Durant with a screen on Curry. Outside Durant. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Warriors trail by 4. We've got 1:13 left in the first half. The 3 from Curry. He buries it from 3. Curry's got 8 points here in the quarter.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. Keep building.
Here's Dunn. And he makes it on the layup.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns. Came out with a victory.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Yeah, the reserves added another dimension to their offense, and the opposition had no answers on how to slow them down.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
O'Neal passes to Booker. Let's go with a 3. Rebounded by Green. Payton against Booker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both shots. Now Booker. Good if it goes. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Phoenix out in front. They're up by 1. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Before we get into that, I want to know, back when you guys played, what was your favorite city to play in?
Well, Shaq played for every team in the league, so.
And time to switch gears. The Suns are in a close one after the first half of play.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it has.
And that'll do it for us.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Kuminga is out there with Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Pajemski in at the point. Now here's Kuminga. Ooh, Kuminga! So deadly at the rim. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Here's Lee. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
And the basket by Hield.
And a little contact never stopped Hield. A committed scorer who knows how to keep his balance on his shot.
Bull, a screen on Hield. Beal attacking. There's a screen. Clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Outside Moody. To the paint. Here's Jackson Davis. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Beal outside. There's a screen by Bull. Beal, the pass to Bull. And finished off by Bull.
Yeah, Beal has better than average vision. He will not miss the open man.
Outside Pajemski. Kuminga with a screen on Beal. Outside Kuminga. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. You know, when you look around the league at the young players, Kuminga is one of the stars.
It's hard to ignore the work that he's done in his young career. Already a part of a championship team. There is no doubt he's blossoming into a star in this league. We got to keep an eye out for him.
Now here's Allen. No made baskets yet. And they get it back. It's Beal on the wing. Moody defends. And the basket by Beal.
Good job attacking in transition. Beal
outside Hield with the drive. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the play to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risks pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Here's Hield. Coming off a Suns make. Outside Pajemski. 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Here's Iguodala. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal. Beal's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3-ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring. And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Now here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Still showing a little bounce. Beal sends it home.
It's Pajemski on the wing. Pounded by Beal. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Hield. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Off target with the 3. In transition, here they come. Here's Beal. And then Beal with the dunk.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
And so it's Phoenix. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your all-star grip with passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
First team foul.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. They've got Kevin Durant. He's out there with Nick Richards. Royce O'Neal is out there with Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the shooting guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Screen by Durant. Here's Booker. Good! Now 7 for 11 on the night.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Curry outside for Green. Pass to post. Got it. Good job in the low post. Post has gotten his first bucket of the night.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this win.
Booker for three. Rebounded by Green.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Butler passes to Green. Pass to Curry. Here's post. 6 on the shot clock. And here's Butler outside. It's tipped. Dunn outside. On the take. It's blocked. Outside Durant. This one for three. KD splashes the triple.
And in the second half here, they're shooting a terrific percentage from three.
Butler, a screen on Booker. Curry's shot is off. The Suns lead by 12. Here's Dunn. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Jimmy Butler.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Suns?
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
Well, another thing they did well was taking advantage of the holes in the defense. Very aggressive in exploiting the lack of concentration.
That is the sharpest weapon in Curry's arsenal. Most times you assume any three-point shot he gets up is going in.
Dunn right side. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler taking his time here. Green, a screen. And Butler is there for the flush.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground zero.
Booker against Butler. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to go on Draymond Green. That free throw good from Booker. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring. But how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, B.A. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional, quote-unquote, point guard.
Pass to Butler. From downtown. Oh, Jimmy Butler cashing in from distance.
A guy you have to guard at range. Butler isn't a volume three-point shooter, but he can hit them when the mood strikes.
And the Warriors pushing it up now. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
And Durant gets it to go.
And Durant focuses on taking high percentage threes, which is why he's so efficient from there.
And a deep three from Curry. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Phoenix leading by 10.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Suns.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Devin Booker.
He came up with a bucket every time they needed him to. Great effort on offense, and he was a difference maker.
Outside O'Neal. 30 seconds left in the fourth. No good on the three.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And a deep three from Curry. And Booker pulls it down. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so
courts can't. Wait to get some. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Fox is out there with Castle. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4. And for Phoenix, Durant is out there with Bol. Then there's Devin Booker. Then there's Dunn. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position. And as a coach, Dan, what's something you try to establish at this stage?
I think there's two things, Kevin. First, we're trying to build our habits the right way, everything. From the way we practice, to the way we prepare for games, to the way we warm up, all of it. And then second of all, we're trying to figure out our rotation. Who's going to start, who's going to come off the bench, which groups work well together. It's an ongoing process.
A lot of moving parts, you're right. Now, here's Durant. 6 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you just love how quickly KD gets into his shot. No wasted motion.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. I spoke with the Suns head coach for just a bit. He had a list of concerns coming in tonight, not the least of which was matching up with De'Aaron Fox. He said it's not just the speed, though that obviously is an issue. It's that Fox has also become so good at dictating tempo and getting you to play his style. That's something they can't allow. Kevin?
Thank you, David. No good from Booker. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Now, here is O'Neal. And so just over a minute and a half played. Softly drops in the floater.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And it's Fox with the jam.
And just maybe the quickest player in the league. Fox can get to the bucket at will. Better bring some help when he's driving.
Now here's Booker. A beautiful reverse layup.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Fox with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Fox against Dunn. Fires from deep. And Fox is good for 3. Fox has got 5.
And at the arc, Fox has only gotten bolder. He takes threes without even thinking about it.
No good from Booker. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Castle. And Ball sends it back. Booker outside. Outside Durant. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And what a pass. What a slam. The rookie, Mr. Castle.
Fox against O'Neal. Durant with the screen on Fox. O'Neal passes to Dunn. Phoenix, no good that time either. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to O'Neal. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Back to Dunn. This one for 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Fox with the steal, and he drives in.
And one of the quickest players in basketball. Love watching Fox use that momentum to his advantage on the drive.
Booker looking around. Jacks up a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Booker's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And the 3 ball is good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of it. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Wembanyama. Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in a power forward. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he's something else. Hey, thank you.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Screen by Durant. Here's Booker, finding the lane, and the dunk by Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Here's Fox. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
It sure is, Kevin. Look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
Spurs leading by 4. And it's Fox with the jam.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Durant for 3. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Fox driving to the basket. Beyond the arc. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. Suns trail by 6. Durant driving the lane. 2 points, that one goes. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
Outside for Wembanyama. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fox. Spurs working the ball around now. Barnes, no stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That one is on board. You coached Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
2 minutes.
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Now it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
The kick out to Barnes. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
Devin Booker, 3 right down the hatch.
Every chance he gets, Booker willing to take that shot, a consistent three-point shoot.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. Come on. They get it back. Ball dishes to Durant. Here's Dunn. Hasn't made one yet. Shot clock at 5. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Outside for Wembanyama. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Here with my...
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
You know, for Phoenix, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone starts out And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the San Antonio Spurs.
I love their game.
Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Allen is out there with Bradley Beal. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Lee in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Beal taking his time here. Iguodala, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Vassell wide open. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery, Stan, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. One franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around, multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
That's a 2 from Lee. No good there. Spurs leading by 11. Johnson outside. It's tipped. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. The Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. Here's Allen. Lee outside. Allen kicks to Beal. Back to Allen. Here's Lee outside. As he pulls it in. The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Champagnie passes to Vassell. Pass to Champagnie. 6 on the shot clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, more and more, Vassell keeps others involved. He's becoming a great passer.
Well, Devin Vassell has flown under the radar for a long time and passed a lot of fans, Coach. But we've seen it. He can fill it up.
Yeah, Kevin, look. He is an outstanding shooter. He's got great footwork. He can score at all 3 levels. He reminds you a bit of DeMar DeRozan, but maybe even with more of a three-point shot.
Back to Vassell. They set the pick. Pass to Bassie. And here is Vassell. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Great open look there. Bassie's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, you can tell Vassell likes sharing the ball. He's not just looking for his shot.
Out to Lee. 3-pointer. That's good. And Beal with the assist. Lee's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Vassell, the pass to Bassie. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
3-point field goal.
And the Spurs lead by 11. Outside, Beal. Lee against Vassell. Beal with a screen on Vassell. Lee dishes to Beal. Back to Lee. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Count that bucket. Richards got his first bucket in this one.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently, neither did the defenders.
Beal drives in, shakes him. A rebound by the Spurs. They've led by as many as 14 points.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Back to Vassell. Beal with the steal. Here's Iguodala. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Well, that's a nice bit of space, and Johnson was locked and loaded for that catch-and-shoot jumper.
Beal, that's for 2. Tries again. No good on the layup. And so it's San Antonio with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Their lead is where it is because they've got a chance now to hear Greg Popovich talking to...
But don't stop the aggressiveness.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. On the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. We've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Castle. Barnes out there with Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 seconds.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, the rebounding battle tells the story. There's a big gap between them right now.
Lee with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Barnes against Lee. Pass to Richards. Shot clock at 6. There's Beal with the 3. Richards. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Fox goes in. Takes it off the glass. Fox has got 19 points.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Allen outside. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better, bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
And an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Suns trail by 10. Bol with it. Out guarded by Fox. Bol, that's good.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Fox against Dunn. From outside the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss.
Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
O'Neal inside. Covered by Barnes. And that one drops.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Wembanyama. Down against Fox. Wembanyama, a screen on Dunn. Lets it go with a 3. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Fox. Fox has got 5 assists tonight. The Suns have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. And Booker kicks to Dunn. KD a screen on Barnes. And it's Dunn penetrating, and he banks in the layup.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Fox against Dunn. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's where De'Aaron Fox thrives. He wants to get inside and finish at the rim.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Booker. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. O'Neal against Fox. The kick out to Barnes. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
Well, they're shot blocking. The defensive effort level has...
And it's a great finish!
Oh, my.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Spurs.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with this win, they bring the season series to an end, guys, with a split, 2 games apiece.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, it's just a monster game for De'Aaron Fox.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. It's Wembanyama, top of the key. From about 19 feet. Offensive rebound. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one.
That's the end of the game.
In the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
Time to start the week. In style. Now the starting group for San Antonio. De'Aaron Fox is out there with Castle. Then there's Barnes. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. And for Golden State, Draymond Green is out there with Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. What's not to love about opening day, Grant? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism.
The confidence that Fox has shown in his shot has skyrocketed the last few years, Brent.
Yeah, the combination, BA, sometimes of you working on your 3 to gain confidence, but the coaching staff also telling you, go ahead and shoot that shot. I think those things have played out for De'Aaron Fox. Look, he can be streaky, but the fact that he's willing to take it is elevating his play.
And Fox has got the ball here for San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. The rebound by Post. Butler taking his time here. Up and in on the layup.
That is a tough 2 right there from Butler. Really his calling card. Rugged play and 100% effort.
Here's Castle coming off a solid outing against Toronto. That 3's off the mark. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Talking with him about De'Aaron Fox, I asked Coach what he wanted his guys to do against him, and Coach said to not give him room to run. De'Aaron is dangerous when he's attacking lanes and leaking out in transition, so we need to limit those opportunities. So it sounds like they're aiming to slow the pace down. We'll see if it works for them.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Butler. 17 points in his last outing.
It's such a threat to score. The defense can focus too much on Butler, and he found the open man with ease.
Outside for Wembanyama to halt the run. Knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Curry. There's the triple. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Fox getting some room and getting up.
Outside Curry. Here's Post. Lets the three fly. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Post has got his second basket of the night.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Well, in the NBA, I'm not sure if anyone is quicker than De'Aaron Fox. I mean, when he gets going and he's moving north to south, we're pretty much helpless defensively.
Here's Post. He's got 5. There's the drive. Shot clock at 6. Here's Butler. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Butler's gotten his second bucket of the game. Fox outside. Pass to Mamukelashvili. Three-pointer, no good.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Butler, a screen on Wembanyama. Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wembanyama.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a handle.
Spurs trail by 3. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Fox, count the basket. Fox has got 8.
Fox getting in, nifty scoring there, not hesitating inside.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. Pass to Post. Now here's Curry. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Warriors score.
Well, those mechanics and that kind of time, that's pretty stuff from Steph Curry.
Here's Castle. He's covered by Curry. Castle misses. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Payton. Down low. And it's hammered home by Green.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
Wembanyama with a bucket.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Curry surveys. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. So he gets them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Fox, the pass to Wembanyama. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. The Warriors on top, up 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
On the court for San Antonio, they've got Castle. He's out there with De'Aaron Fox. Harrison Barnes out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the 4. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day. With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Here's Curry, 7 points in the game. Six to shoot. Puts up a deep three. And the Warriors get it back. Outside Butler. The kick out, Curry. Outside Payton. The three is up. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got his 4th rebound in this one. De'Aaron Fox taking it right to the rim.
So good and so dangerous is De'Aaron Fox out in transition.
On the wing, Curry. Pass to Butler. Rebounded by Castle. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Pass to Payton. Takes the three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's stolen by Curry. And here's Butler outside. Hits the trifecta. Butler's got 7 points in the game. Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. It's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
Draymond driving to the rim. Here's Post. He's got 5. Pass to Butler. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Castle. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Castle's gotten 4 this quarter.
They have no answer defensively inside.
2 minutes.
Fox against Payton. Green with a screen on Fox. Here's Payton. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
An elite shot blocker. Wembanyama covers so much ground.
Ooh, Fox making him pay from deep.
3 ball.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break adds to your total in a hurry. He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Into the lane. Oh, a strong finish by Fox.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Oh, it's stolen away. Wembanyama, high post. Lays it up and banks it in. And now an 8-point Spurs lead.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Nails it from 3.
So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
Wembanyama, screen on Butler. Fox. Ooh, nice work inside by Fox.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Outside Curry. 19 seconds left in the second. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Post. Launches it. Rebounded by Fox. Here's Wembanyama. Wemby using those long strides in transition.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so, the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
You know, I see a lot of myself in De'Aaron Fox. Fastest guy in the league with the ball in his hands. Does his best work in a...
Taking a closer look. That does it for halftime.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Moody in at the three, the small forward. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Jackson-Davis misses.
Oh, love the intensity in which they're hitting the boards.
Vassell passes to Bassi. Drops in the layup for two. Bassi's got his first bucket in this one.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Johnson. And the shot's good. And it's a 10-point San Antonio lead.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Outside Hield. A little over a minute gone here in the second half.
BA, forget about attempting the long-range three to cut into that lead. Just attack the rim, my man.
Man, that was sweet. And Jackson-Davis comes to help. Vassell passes to Bassi. Pajemski grabs the board. Golden State has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. To the inside. Nice move. Jackson-Davis. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Outstanding find from J.K. Kuminga's all-around game continues to evolve.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. San Antonio leading by 5. And the foul called on Brandon Pajemski. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Vassell, he's open. And there are the Spurs with another bucket.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Pajemski with it. He's against Sohan. Outside Moody. Tipped away. Here we go. And the foul called on Brandon Pajemski. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Vassell passes to Bassi. Vassell outside. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Jackson-Davis grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 7. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Spurs. Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Moody with it. He's picked up by Vassell. Pass to Hield. Fires the 3. And again, no good by Golden State. Spurs lead by 7. Here's Bassie. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. Bassie's gotten 4 this quarter.
And it's good to see Vassell find the open man as he continues to evolve as a playmaker.
Moody with it, covered by Johnson. Out to Heel. Three-pointer. San Antonio with a rebound.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Inside. Here's Sohan. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And here's Kuminga for 3. Bassie pulls it in.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Johnson passes to Sohan. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
With some enthusiasm, Kuminga saw his chance to dunk it, and he took it.
From outside the arc. Vassell can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 9. Outside Podziemski. Back to Jackson Davis. And he lays it up and in. Jackson Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night. San Antonio's got nothing to fall from outside in this 3rd quarter. And Jackson Davis comes to help. And that one is stuffed right through.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Hield passes to Kuminga. Oh, swiped away. Here we go, one-on-one. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And you see the length and mobility Vassell possesses. I mean, he's especially lethal in the open floor.
Here's Jackson Davis. Here he goes. Moody from outside. And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so the San Antonio Spurs, they lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. All right, on the floor for San Antonio starting the 4th quarter. They've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Mamukelashvili in at the power forward position. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Oh, stolen by Payton. Here's Post. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And that scoring opportunity started with some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Payton just a menace on defense.
Oh, Fox with a steal. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Up again. Rebounded by Butler. Warriors trail by 9. Pass to Post from the arc. Hits the three-pointer.
And his perimeter shooting might be the key to trimming their deficit.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Personal foul. First team foul.
4th quarter still young. Just over a minute played. Here's Barnes. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
No problem from Harrison Barnes. They're getting up and throwing it down.
And here's Curry. Pass to Payton. Back to Curry. Outside for Butler. And that one is hammered home.
Just a great setup there. You can see how Jimmy Butler enjoys making plays.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Pass to Post. Back to Curry. Here's Post. Outside Butler. 4 on the clock. From deep. Boom! 3 for
lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Wembanyama screen. Here's Fox. And Fox powers it home.
Tough matchup here, and Fox has it going right now. The lefty getting some room and making it happen.
Curry against Barnes. Outside Curry. Butler, a screen on Barnes. Pass to post. Over Wembanyama. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Fox against Butler. To the inside. Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim. Makes it look so easy.
Back to Fox. Outside Wembanyama. Oh, too much length from Wemby. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Offensive rebound. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. There's a minute 12 left in the final quarter. From deep, Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Spurs.
They paid the price for sloppy ball control before, but tonight they kept it locked up tight.
Yeah, they did. And at the other end, they were very disruptive defensively.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And for the year, this will be the third win in 4 games against this team. They really brought it tonight.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
We love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. To the left wing. Wembanyama fires it from way outside. It's off. And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold.
looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. They've got Royce O'Neal. Dunn is out there with Booker. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's KD in at the 4 spot.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
There's a screen. Pass to post. And here is Butler. And stolen by Dunn. For 3, Booker. Here's Richards. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Curry can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Durant for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. KD's got 5.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
Now here's Curry. Here's post. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Booker against Payton. The drive by Booker. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Here's Booker following the basket by Stephen Curry. Booker dishes to Dunn. Durant with the screen on Butler. 5 on the clock. Shoots from the high post. Goes back up. And Durant lays it in. 7 points in the game.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk to Golden State's head coach. Now, I brought up Devin Booker's name, and he winced a little. He said, can I tell you something? I'm worried about Booker. I'm ready to double up on him and fight the good fight, but if he gets hot, we're in trouble. So, I guess it's hope for the best and prepare for the worst. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here is Curry after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Launches a 3. Another 3 for Golden State. 1:49 left in the first. Booker outside. KD sets the pick for Booker. Pass to Richards. Fouled on the shot, picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Warriors trail by 7. Outside Curry. 1:24 left to play in the first quarter. To the left wing. And stolen by Booker. Here he goes. Oh!
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Now Durant. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
And when Draymond has a path to the bucket, he wants to jam it with authority. Just a terrific athlete.
Booker looking around. A kick out to O'Neal. Goes up from the top of the key, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Butler is screen on Booker. It's Curry outside, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. KD's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Booker. Durant down low. Now Richard. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Phoenix. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Devin Booker out there with Dunn, and it's Durant. Then it's Royce O'Neal, and it's Richards in at the 5. Booker against Curry. Here's the floater. It's hauled in by the Suns. Their last encounter was in Phoenix.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards. Fires
from 14, and the shot is long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Curry against Booker. Shoots the 3. Again, Curry missing.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Olden. David.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing you can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks. The focus from Curry gets it to fall inside. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
Down against Butler. Shot, high post. Dunn misses. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 9 points. Here's Post. Defended by Richards. 6 to shoot. Green with a screen for Payton. Drills the three-pointer.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Booker taking the hit.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped. Boy, how about the finish by Kevin Durant? Just gets up with such ease.
And Butler puts up a deep 3 from beyond the arc and then some. Butler's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Booker against Payton. Booker inside. Booker going to work inside.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Here's Green. Outside for Curry. From the arc. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
No one near Peyton as he lets it go. No good on the triple. Phoenix leading by 9. And here's KD for 3. Offensive rebound. Richards passes to Dunn. Second shot opportunity. Can't get it to fall. Nice game for the Warriors. It was a loss to Minnesota. Right side, Butler. Takes the 3. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Phoenix in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead.
You know, for the Suns, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason, yeah, you have big.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Phoenix Suns. That is more than enough of us.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
This guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Buddy Hield is out there with Podziemski. Then there's Moses Moody. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. Warriors trail by 9. Outside, Kuminga. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Sun shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Podziemski with it. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. They kick out to Hield. It's stolen by Allen. Outside, Beal. Connects from 3-point range. Beal's got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix.
You're talking about one of the sweetest shooting guards in the entire NBA. Bradley Beal from deep. Yes, sir.
Kuminga, screen on Allen. Hield from outside. And the Warriors miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's Beal on the wing, covered by Hield. 6 on the shot clock. And Beal kicks to Bull. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Warriors trail by 14. Inside. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Post has got 6.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Now here's Beal. Defense right on him. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Big time tough play by Beal right there. Unfazed by the foul.
Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the Warriors. Here's Hield, still without a basket. The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a three-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hand. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
And Brandon Pajemski gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Beal taking his time here. Beal with a screen for Allen. Just 5 on the clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Allen's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The third, 2 minutes.
Moody with it. He's against Lee. A nice shot by Moody.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Outside, Beal. Into the lane. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Great play off the bounce by Bradley Beal. He has added this methodically over the course of time. Go ahead, Bradley. Drive it, baby.
Hield outside. 1:22 left in the third. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Beal. He's defended by Pajemski. Hield against Lee. For 3. Kept alive. Here's Iguodala.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And Kuminga throws it down.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Bowles setting the pick for Beal. Crafty move. And he sinks the layup.
Bradley Beal.
Beal's got 10 points in the quarter.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Hield. Plays it up and banks it in.
Wow, Buddy Hield, usually the guy they're trying to create open shots for. This time he returns the favor.
Bowles setting the pick for Beal. Pass to Bowles. Good if it goes. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Suns, we got Grayson Allen. Cole is out there with Lee. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Iguodala in at center.
Everyone's focused on Stephen Curry. He's focused on finding the next best shot. What a pretty pass.
There's Beal with the 3. And Curry pulls it down. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 13-point game. Oh, tough play by Butler.
Well, you love any possession that ends in the paint, especially if the ball is in the hands of Jimmy Butler.
Beal against Curry. Bowles a screen on Curry. Here's Beal. And that one comes up a bit short.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Curry from deep three-point land. What a deep shot from Steph Curry.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second
Bowles setting the pick for Beal. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, Bradley Beal has become such a good playmaker, finishing through contact. That is beautiful.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
Something else that they've had working for them is attacking the offensive glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
KD with the bucket.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Butler sets a screen for Curry. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Bounce pass from Beal. And that one's good. Richards. And the Suns lead by 15.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to post. Back to Curry. To end the run. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight.
And they've controlled the boards, and that's a big reason why they're controlling the lead.
Good work there as it goes.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Outside Butler. Puts up a deep three. Wow! Butler from way outside.
Well, playing a little long ball. Butler shows you have to respect him even if he enters the parking lot.
Payton against Beal. Dunn sets a screen for Beal. Pass to Dunn. Fires for 3. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Warriors trail by 14. Durant with the steal. Drives to the hoop.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Phoenix.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
Beal against Payton. O'Neal wide open. That's in, coming off the assist from KD. And the Suns lead by 17. Curry against Beal. Now here's Curry. He's guarded closely. Green with a screen for Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Beal. The kick outside to Butler. From past the arc. Rebound by the Suns. Pass to O'Neal. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. And thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Dorisburg, David Aldridge.